This guy's a gentleman and a scholar. Let's see. The inn is over there, but I think I'll save that trip for a little bit later because there's some other stuff we gotta do in town first. A couple of these houses have treasures in them. I don't exactly remember which ones. We'll just take a peek into each one and take a look. Hello, sir. Don't mind me. Just barging in and back out of your home. I'm gonna head over here. How about this one? Pretty sure this one does. Treasure. Yes. Healing potion and another terminal map. Nice. I'm surprised at how many of these chests are turning up with maps. Head on down the way here. There's an NPC with some hints for us right here. Blends into the crowd, he does. Oh, see, put on some soft disguise. Forsake your thoughts of cruel surprise. I long to sail for kinder skies. And land? It's just the land. Oh, see. Ah, hello, sir. Pardon the tune. I wasn't expecting any gentlemen, especially around here. Lovely place for the singing of songs, though, wouldn't you say? Are you musical at all, sir? Do you have feelings for the sea? I love the sea. Blatant lies. I even know a few stories about life under the sail, says Aileron through clenched teeth. Begging your pardon, sir, I wonder if you do. You look like one of them land barons come over from the fields. Lost treasure, sorcerers, in that forbidden cave buried in those hills. That's all they care for, not a single note of harmony in all their money-grubbing souls. Why is the cave forbidden? Well, it's a very old legend, sir. I don't think anyone truly knows. Do you know that story about the sorcerer? Sorcerer? Now, where would I learn that, sir? Somewhere's in a fairy book. If you don't know the story, I'll be on my way. Now that you mention, I do stand reminded of a story. I learned it under a hard sail on the Espitule. We had a Pt.68 mate who knew this coast. At night he walked the decks remembering ghosts. 30 weeks we crewed without a break. No ports, no leave. Nothing aside but plain bread, water, and stories of the unnatural kind. What about the cave? The cave, I'm unsure. Sometimes a coin brings it back. Tell the legend, I'll give the coin. Pay the money and you'll have the tale. Alright. There's a treasure. Years ago, before Pt.68 was Pt.68, a tower stood on those rocks. Taller than any mast, spread up in the sky like a curling sail. It was the lookout, a sorcerer. Shamsuk? No, that'll do, lad. You don't need his name. He guessed correctly, though. I will say he was stiff on discipline, and somehow enamored of dark ways. No doubt there were spirits on board of the very worst sort. One year he went away, and the tide came in. It came in just bit by bit and day by day until the base of that great structure was as thin as a sheet of paper. That's how it all collapsed. Long ago, and all his charms and treasure too. It's all still there now. Are there spirits? You got what you paid for, mate. I am expected on the docks. We've met before, mate. Are you fond of the sea? Well, then I'll leave you go, mate. Heads up on the docks, eh? Le gasp. See, you even get a journal entry out of this one. There might be some treasure in a cave near Said. It's underneath the city, some say. Oh right, the lighthouse keeper had one for us too. And the lighthouse keeper won't help us relight the lighthouse, but he did give us the key. Isn't that nice? Over here, I think you're the guy? Hello, sir. You in a hurry or could we talk? Can't stop, make for the docks. No, this is just a rando. The guy I was thinking of was inside here. Sorry about that. This one. Boy! Boy! Ahoy there, boy! Sorry, can I help you? Don't you remember me? I remember you. You're famous! I want to thank you for removing that monk brain from our bridge, young squire. Here! That's not necessary. Nonsense! There is no harm in taking what's yours. 200 gold pieces is nothing to us now. Things are ever so much more profitable in town. And I think Arturo's happier too. Nice to see you again. Just a moment. One good deed deserves another. Or do you think gold is the only way to meet an obligation? Don't you need some information? Let's see. I've heard there's a treasure in port. So says legend, if you believe those things. Supposedly there's a pile of gold in them caves under the rocks. Watch yourself, boy. The place is cursed. Many have paid for their greed in the ruins of the old tower. Watch yourself, I say. Do you have anything else to send me? Always spreading the word about you, boy. You can bet on that. Gee, thanks. Oh yeah, you can't ask me the other things. Alright, we actually haven't encountered the other two things he can tell us just yet, so that's fine. Hi. Oh, he's a legend. This is just a shop. Normally, she only sells stealth potions in the original game. I adjusted her inventory to include healing items and these goodies. The Helm of Defense, one of the best defensive items you can get in the game. It's worth 5 protection, which is kind of insane, and resists physical by 25%. But here's the thing. I originally thought the Helm of Defense was a really excellent item and just kind of cut all the damage you took from enemies by a quarter. But if that damage is non-physical, like from magical weapons, for example, then the physical resistance does not apply. So it's still a great item just for its protection bonus, but it's not quite as great as I originally believed. Still, I'm going to want a few of these. In fact, I'm going to want 4 of these, I think. What's my hat situation? I've got the farmer's hat there, farmer's hat, farmer's hat. We're all just wearing farmer's hats. The Helm of Defense is infinitely better than farmer's hats. Oh yeah, and here's the Belt of Life. I think, yeah, this used to be sold in Aramon. I decided it was too good to be sold there. As you can see, it's pretty darn good. It's also pretty darn expensive. I can't even afford one. And here's Our Lady selling maps. The reason I decided on this particular inventory for this shop is because this is like the shop on the shore. And so I figured if boats were coming in, then they would need healing supplies and possibly things that would be useful for life on a boat, and they would need maps, of course. So that's the justification for this shop's existence. And I can't remember what this lady trains you in, but I didn't give her any spells, I don't think. Yeah, she's got Troubadour, and that's it. Nice. I should equip my swanky new loot. Diddly do. Helm of Defense. Here you go, Arturo, just for now. Oh, I can give somebody the Thieves' Gear. Thieves' Gear. Thieves' Gear! You don't need Thieves' Gear. Did I find 2 Thieves' Gears and I bought an extra one like an idiot? I did, didn't I? Thieves' Gear. I can't see what you're wearing, dude. Thieves' Gear. Thieves' Gear. I did. I bought an extra one like a dumbass. Oh well. That's okay. Money's only good spent. Who wants the Tinker's Gloves? Well, I mean, you would, but we're replacing you imminently. This takes the place of the Plate Gauntlets. But I think they're still worth 1 protection, are they? Or are they worth 1 mechanic? Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's head around this way. There's more shops! So many shops there are in Port Said. Over here is a guy who used to only sell plate gauntlets. Now he sells all kinds of things that you can make from metalworking. Like battle axes, great swords. He's got these gems in the lunar ring. This is an item that, to my knowledge, cannot be found in the original game. It is the counterpart to the ethereal ring. It's 5 protection, but only lunars can wear it. And it's a little expensive, but not a lot expensive. I don't know if I want to buy it. I think I'll let that ride. Alright, Tinker's Gloves are here. They are also extremely expensive, because dexterity and mechanic are both good things to have. I'll just stick with the freebie I got for now, thanks. And he's got these shields. So basically, he's got the metal armors, the metal shields, and some metal accessories. The reason he has Tinker's Gloves is because he's a tinker himself. You can buy his stuff. Makes sense? Good! I don't think he trains in anything special. He definitely doesn't have any spells. Over here is the Port Said weapon shop. Her inventory is a little bit split with the guy over there now. She has, like, the non-metal things. Here's the Chaos Flame Blade. This is a weapon you don't really see until the very end of the original game. It's not that great, so I made it available a lot sooner. We're not going to buy it. We'll encounter the enemy I gave it to eventually. got the giant axe, got the bows and stuff. Her inventory is a little bit more condensed than it used to be. You used to be able to get like Heartseeker bows here and some other really nice things, but I took them all away because they were too good. Equipment pacing. It's a thing now. I believe both of these houses have treasures in them? Do they? Yeah, this one does. Healing potion, and yet another terminal map. Through here. Yeah, both of these houses. Woo! Leather boots, oh my god. What would we have done without them? Across the way, yet another shop. In the original, this is a shop that sells equipment, or armor and shields, and that's still true. But unlike the guy who has the metalworking things, this guy has like the non-metal stuff. Here's where you can buy the sun shield if you are so inclined. This is like his rare item. Home scale, talmok mail, blah blah. I don't need any of this stuff. I'm just showing you what he's got. Yeah. Okay. Continuing on our way down here. I think this guy is not a random NPC. He actually has like a dialogue tree. Don't go that way. They're looking for a crew. So am I. And you're as mad as they are. They are all lunatics in Port.68. The companies allow the boats to stand. The mates forego the purposes of seamanship, and the captains are seized with an amnesia of blue water. Can you tell me where to find a ship? Go see a man. They're looking for a crew. What kind of crew? The only kind we got here now. Crack on the head and BAM! You wake up in the cave. It ain't rational, I tell you, and it certainly ain't legal. What do you mean, the cave? What do you think I mean? I mean darkness and danger and full of monsters. There ain't no there ain't reason to search caves. There ain't no treasure in Port.68. So this guy's kind of telling us the opposite of what the storyteller did. Or that the singer guy. There ain't no cave with treasure to the sea. Don't sailors crew? Ain't you funnier than a seal? You sail from here, you're through. You see this balloon? No light? Or maybe you like crashing your bones on them rocks. Stay off the boats and keep yourself at a peace, lad. Keep yourself of a peace. That's a strange phrase. Thanks for telling me. Alright, so we got a name. We got a man. Is a name that we got. But first we need to go in here and talk to this fella. Ah! Who be ye? My name is Elrond. Well, get ye gone. I'll not let ye disturb me in my gate. Gate? I've not but myself, with only the bones of me poor old kate to keep me company. I see. I'm sorry, sir. Don't patronize me, boy. Oh, me poor lost gate. I have no desire to trouble you further, sir, but I am looking to hire a boat, and... We're in the wrong place, boyo! Begone! Begone! Laney, can't you see there ain't no boats here? The boathouse is across the way. Not that it'll do ye no good. What do you mean? Don't you see the fog of death around you, boy? Can't ye smell the chaos in the air? Yes, but... The lighthouse! She's all burned out! No boats be sailing! Perhaps someone can fix it. Ah! No remedy there! I'm greatly afeard of that place. I'll no go near it. Besides, you'll need powerful magic to rekindle that flame. What kind of magic? None to be had here, boy. But if you dare, if you have a heart of stone, seek ye under the town in the caves. Caves? Aye, lad, but the caves are also cursed. The master of death lived there once. He's gone now, but the curse remains. Was him as done for me, poor old Kate. Was him as snuffed the lighthouse flame and left us in fog and darkness. I don't actually know if this is true. I guess it's possible that Shamsuk put out the lighthouse, but it doesn't seem likely. I'm not afraid. I am. He withered me, Kate, just as he withered this town, and now I lie here alone with only poor Kate's bones. He'll curse ye too! I'll seek these caves and I'll reach into the lighthouse. There, Kate. No more trouble now. Sir? Rest easy, Kate. I'll fetch you a blanket. This man is clinically insane. And this is Kate, his lovely wife. I'm gonna say before I do this, just in case. I think we'll be fine, especially since my dex is insanely high. But I don't like to get stuck in this situation if I can help it. So you can check Kate. She's got this lightning rod in her. And her bones disappear when you do this. I think he says something about it too. Curse you! Begone! Leave me, Kate, and me be! But anyway, after you step outside desecrating Kate's corpse, this wraith is here. This is the earliest you can encounter a wraith in this game. And as a ghost, we can only hurt it with magic weapons. Wraiths have not changed too terribly much. Oh gosh, I'm in actually pretty dire straits here. I was going to switch to a magic weapon, but I'm going to heal instead. All this talking to merchants has worn us out. Yikes. Anyway, yeah, wraiths are about the same as they were. I changed their resistances. They are still immune to physicals, but they take more damage from magical attacks, which is nice. Or at least they're supposed to. It's still kind of really hard to cast on them because, like, darkness just interferes so much. But they also have a custom piece of armor now that is actually one of the most powerful in the game in terms of protection. I had tried to do something fancy with it that seemed to work at first. What I did was I embedded Wraith Touch magic into the armor itself. And the intended effect was that it randomly lowers one of your stats. And it did that. I had tested this armor to see if it was working on the heroes. And whenever you would first load up the save file, one of your stats would be lowered. And then when you got into a combat, another stat would be lowered. But after the combat was over, that debuff would be lifted. And you would get a new one when you got into another combat. It was actually kind of interesting, because it was like the trade-off for the insane protection that the armor offered was that there was the stat penalty. But as it turns out, you cannot embed magic into armor that enemies are wearing. If you do so, it will cause the game to crash whenever you enter combat with that enemy. And I tested it with other kinds of spells and things, and nothing ever worked. So I had to settle for something different for what their armor does. And to be perfectly honest, I don't quite recall anymore what that effect was. But yeah, magic damage is the way to go if you've got the brains for it, and right now we definitely don't have the brains. So we might have to try and cast Light and see if we get lucky. Or just thief it to death with Aileron because he's so potent. I was a little discouraged seeing that one out of Arturo, but it was Arturo. Maybe these other folks are better off. And I'm pretty sure I added a dexterity penalty to their armor, because wraiths are fast enough and I hate them. They always get so many actions, it's really annoying. Especially when there's like groups of 4 of them. They're so obnoxious. I can't remember if I buffed their level or not. They might be about the same as they were. But we almost got this guy finished. One interesting thing I did learn while looking through the stats in the database is that wraiths only have a strength of 1, which makes them extremely susceptible to debilitation, because even rank 1 debilitation will strength kill them. But then again, you've got to be capable of casting it on them in the dark. And that's difficult. There we go. Made short work of this guy. Did we get his item, though? No, we didn't get anything.